Hey everyone, this is Stephen Strawn at Cast Iron Cookware, where you can find information to help you better collect, restore, and use cast iron cookware. Today I'm going to be sharing some of the finds that I picked up over the weekend. Some are really good and some are not so good. And I'm going to be sharing them with you coming right up. Okay, just like I said, over the weekend I picked up a few pieces. I was out in town and somebody that knew that I'd done cast iron said, "Hey, do you still do cast iron?" I said, "Yeah. Well, I got a few pieces you may want to look at." So I went and took a look at them and I'm going to show them to you. And there's another piece that I seen online on the marketplace in my area. I messaged them and asked them, "Is it still available?" And they said, "Yes, it is still available and it's at this particular antique store at this particular booth in the store." So I went down there and took a look at it, and I'm going to share that with you as well. So let me kind of give you just a pan overview of what I picked up this weekend. This is just a quick shot of what I picked up this weekend. I got a couple of square skillets, a flat bottom pot, a handled skillet, a few smaller skillets, a couple of number 8s, quite a few little trivets, an old Asian piece that's probably going to be a dog bowl, another Asian piece, and a few little wall hangers. So we'll take a look at all of these individually. I'm going to start off with what is probably was going to be my most exciting piece, and it is a Birmingham stove and range flat bottom pot. And it is a Red Mountain series, and we'll see FBP in the bottom here for flat bottom pot. And then of course we have the sideburns that you'd see on the Birmingham stove and range flat bottom pot. This doesn't have a pour spout. Of course it has a flat bottom. And the reason why I know that it is Red Mountain because it doesn't have the descriptive size marking. I was really excited about this piece. And I have said many times, when you go into an antique mall, number one, to carry you a flashlight. And if you're like me and have 56-year-old eyes, you probably need some reading glasses. I got this piece home and I paid $55 for it, tax and all. And it's not really bad. According to Jason Walker's book, a Century Series flat bottom pot is worth $55. So I paid $55 thinking, you know, exciting, not really cheap as I expected, but it's a piece that I didn't have and I like to have it. Of course, I seen it was Red Mountain as well, but here's where I messed up. I got it home and I don't know if you can see it. I'll keep turning it. It has a crack across the bottom. And when I got it in the studio lights, here's the line right here. And it is a crack all the way across the bottom. And it had a good ring, but really disappointed. I'm not disappointed at the seller because they probably didn't know. So I'm not going to say they knew. All I can say is if I was going to sell a piece like that had a crack, I would label it has crack, you know. But they may have not known it because everybody doesn't know that much about cast iron. And even a seasoned veteran like myself can get stung by not looking at the piece good enough. So great tip to remember, always carry a flashlight. And if you can't see very well close up, get you some specs on there where you can get a closer look. And scrutinize, take your time and look at it really well. And that way you won't get burned. I feel like I burned myself on this one. But it happens to the best of us. And it's just a reminder to me to look closer from now on. I mentioned earlier that I had this piece that was an Asian piece. You'll see these all of the time. They usually have a wooden handle. And I said, I'm not really interested in them. And he said, Just take it all. I don't want it, you know, they give me a price, $30 for all of it. Just take it all. You scrap it, do whatever you want to do. So this one, I'm going to clean this one up. And it's probably going to be a dog food pan. It's not going to be a water pan because it'll get rusty, but I am going to clean it up, season it up a little bit so it will do okay. Got these little trivets. Now this in here, it's no telling where it's made. It doesn't say, but I'm probably sure that it's an Asian made piece, full of cobwebs. That kind of came in with the freebie stuff. A little aluminum ashtray, a little Asian skillet. Probably nothing wrong with it, but I know it most likely is Asian. Looks a little bit like a Wagner with this here, but it doesn't have the little rounded out place for the handle. So this is not Wagner, plus you can tell by the handle it's not a Wagner, so it's a Asian piece. Somebody told me they had a secret Asian pan, so this is a secret Asian pan. How about that? We got 3 little aluminum wall hangers, and I don't know what I'm gonna do with them. And we got a lot of little, you know, wall hanger spoons, little strainers, 2 of them, little strainers. All these are probably more than likely made in Taiwan. Of course, we got a couple little spoons and a fork. Nothing to write home about. We got this little trivet right here. It's got 3 legs. It's kind of neat, kind of interesting. Got some hearts in the middle of it. This one right here definitely says Taiwan on it. It's a little owl. Somebody who likes owls, that'll be a good one. It's got 4 legs, and probably because it's a little bit larger. It may sit flat, it may not. This one right here, super, super interesting. It doesn't say Taiwan, but it does say $14.92 at the top, and it says American Indian right here. And it looks kind of like an arrowhead. It's got an Indian chief on the front and some trees, a spear and a tomahawk and a teepee at the bottom, which is really interesting. I'm going to put that on Facebook and see if I can't get some information on it because I don't have a clue. Okay, get to the pans that I know what they are. We got a little number 3 Birmingham Stove and Range, probably Century Series, but I can't see underneath the crud. It may possibly be Red Mountain. If you get a Birmingham Stove and Range skillet and you don't know if it's Red Mountain or Century, chances are if it's got the little bitty pour spouts, it is Century. So I'm pretty sure it's going to be Century. May not be, may very possibly be a Red Mountain piece, but really won't know until I get it cleaned up. We have another Birmingham Stove and Range Century Series. Here's our Telltale Ridge with teardrop hanger handle. Small pour spouts. It looks like Century. It's a number 7. And it looks like we're going to have an inspection mark screw head, probably a Phillips or a flat, not really sure. It sits perfectly flat, so that's a good piece. A Birmingham Stove and Range. It's a Century Series, made in USA. Handle's a little different, but it has a ridge. Square skillet, Century Series. This is going to have to be cleaned up a little bit, but it looks pretty good. A few little small casting flaws around the edges. Other than that, pretty good little find. We have what I believe to be a number 6 mystery skillet, and it looks a little like a Griswold on the handle, like some of the older Griswolds. It's got the little notch there, but it's pretty corroded. You know, I may get this and cleaned up and find out that it is a Griswold. but we really won't know till it gets cleaned up. Not bad. That's part of the fun, the interest in it. Another piece that may possibly be a Griswold. It's got large pour spouts, smooth bottom. Can't hardly really tell by the handle. I mean, we may find out there may be a small block logo in there, maybe a large block, maybe nothing at all. But until we get this one cleaned up, we really won't know what it is. So exciting right there. Right here we have single notch lodge. The notch is at 12 o'clock. There's not one at 3, and there's not one at 9 o'clock. We have a little bit of a raised L right here. Of course, the inside is a little crusty, but it's probably going to clean up really good, and it's going to be a nice little piece. Single notch lodge. Most of my single notches I have passed on to other people. I may actually start a set of single notch lodge just because they are interesting. And we have a lodge, kind of a newer pan. It's got the Lodge logo on it. It's Lodge USA with the egg and the Skillet logo. Nice little helper handle with Lodge written on the end of the helper handle. A good little skillet. Doesn't have any cracks, and I think it'll clean up really good. And it's got instead of the heat ring, it's got a groove all the way around. It's a little bit newer, but it's going to be a really decent skillet. And last but not least, I have another square skillet with a helper handle, and it says Original Cast Iron Cracker Barrel Old Country Store. A nice little logo, and the surface is really good. Nice little piece, and I think it'll clean up really good. All in all, I think this weekend has been a pretty good weekend. Really disappointed about my Red Mountain flat bottom pot. Kind of heartbroken. Now, it's only $55, but it is a $55 lesson that I have learned. I'll probably forget it and I'll do it again, but you know, I've learned it for now, so I won't be doing it again very soon. And you're always going to find pieces that are cracked or have issues that you didn't notice when you picked them up. So thank you again for watching. I really do appreciate it. You can also follow Cast Iron Cookware on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Check out Cast Iron Cookware on Patreon and our Cast Iron Cookware group. I'll leave links to all of these below in the video description. Coming up very, very soon, I'm working on it. One of the reasons why I haven't put out a video is because I am struggling to learn how to build a website. As soon as my website is open, I will have my cast iron seasoning product up for sale so you can purchase it. I know I've been talking about it for quite a while. A lot of people have been asking, when is it going to be ready? Well, it's ready. I've got all the product made up for, you know, quite a few units to ship out, and I've got all that done, but my website is not there yet. I will probably just have to do a stripped down website until I can expand it and make it like I want it to be in the future. But we'll start off simple and then grow from there. You can also sign up to receive emails from Cast Iron Cookware. I try to send them out every week or two, sometimes every 3 weeks. I'll be sending one out very soon, hopefully, especially to announce that my website is open when it gets open. So I just want to say thank you so much again for watching Cast Iron Cookware. Before you go, I just want to share something with you really quick. In Proverbs chapter 3, verse 5 and 6, it says, "Trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths." I just want to say, share the word and be a blessing.